Very good morning, students. I am Professor Prakash Rokde. Today I will deal with the point use case diagram. Now, use case diagram, the first of all introduction. The use case is a typically interaction between a user and computer system. It is given by Butch. We all know that UML diagram, U stands for unified, M stands for modeling, L stands for language. This unified modeling language is given by Rambach, Butch and Jacobson. And all the industry came to a decision that they should have common mechanisms, common element to express a specific emotion, or we can say interaction or work. So here this use case is the behavioral type of UML diagram. We all know UML is of two types. First is structural or physical diagrams, in which object diagram, class diagram, component diagram, package diagram, deployment diagram is there. And in another way, behavioral diagrams are there. In behavioral diagrams, use case diagram, sequence diagram, state machine diagram, activity diagram, swim lane diagram, and many more diagrams are available for UML. Now here this use case diagram is the behavioral type of diagram, and it is showing the interaction between user and computer system. This is given by Butch. Now here user means anyone, that may be human being or that may be machine. User is a person or machine that needs or invokes the functionality of the system. And computer system, here the system which is being modeled. Now this, using use case diagram, we can capture and document the user visible functionality, and that functionality is of the system that you are going to model or build. This use case diagram is also used for capturing how the system will benefit the user, and each use case represent a discrete goal for the user. Now see, you can see here a simple use case diagram. Here left side, this is your actor, course administrator, and another side, here also student is one of the actor and your tutor is one of the actor. Now what happens here, you will see, first of all, view courses. So course administrator will view courses, then manage topics for a course, then if anyone want to apply for a particular course, then which are the different topics are there for that particular course. So all those will be managed by this course administrator. Third is manage course information. So course information is also managed by the course administrator. Then view course calendar. So course calendar can be viewed by here tutor to the right side, then student to the right side, and left side your course administrator. Now view tutors, course administrator can view the tutors. Manage tutor information. So your course administrator and tutor will manage the tutor information, and assign course to a tutor. So assigning the courses for which student may apply, that is done by your course administrator. By viewing this particular diagram, we will come to know that this diagram is nothing but the representation of how courses are allocated to tutors and how students are applying for a particular course. This is a simple use case diagram. This shows that step by step execution how the system will behave, and this system is nothing but allocating courses to tutors through course administrator, and this is use case diagram, which is behavioral type of diagram. Now here in use case diagram, it provides actually a visual way to document your user goal, explore possible functionality. Here three major components we are using: actor is there, use case is there, and relationship between use case is there. Now the very first, actor. Now see, this teacher, this is authorized staff worker, this student, these are the actors. We already discussed that actor may be human being or machine. The user that interact with the system is nothing but the actor. An actor can be a person, an organization, or an outside system that interacts with your application or system. They must be external object that produce our consume data, or that produce or consume data. So this is all about the actor. Now here is your system. Now this particular system that we have seen in the previous slide, it is a specific sequence of actions and interactions between actors and system. A system may also be referred to as a scenario. That is there. Second is use cases. Now see, here we have to write operation in the use cases. This elliptical, blue shaded, this one is nothing but your use case. Now record class grades, this is the use case, this is the phrase, this is the work that you have to do. So this actor is doing that, teacher and your authorized staff worker, these two are doing this action. What action they are performing? Record class grades. So this action or work that they have to complete, so those particular actions are associated through this particular straight line. This is the line of association, and this is done by teacher. So teacher is associated with this particular use case. Likewise here also authorized staff worker is associated with your record class grade. Here review transcript, it is accessible to the student and also accessible to the authorized staff worker. So use cases are nothing but horizontally shaped oval that represent the different uses that a user might have. Now along with this actor and use cases, we are having one more relationship, one more component, that is nothing but a relationship between use cases. We can see here, this is the relation, this is a straight line, here also straight line, here also two straight lines to the right use case. These are showing how a particular use case is associated to a or more number of actors. Now next point, here we already discussed that actor may be human being or machine, and it is the external system that interacts with our system. This one, a relationship between actors. Actors can be related by generalization or specialization. Actors are classifiers, not individual users. Now you can see here, this is the relationship they have shown as generalization. What is generalization actually? When there is a relationship between or relationship from specific to general, the relationship from specific to general, that kind of relationship is called as generalization. I'll give a simple example. If the arrowhead is pointing from sketch pen to pen, means sketch pen is specific and pen is general. If arrowhead is pointing from sketch pen to pen, this kind of relationship is nothing but the generalization. If arrowhead is here, this is graduate student is specific and student is general. So arrowhead is pointing from this specific graduate student to the general student. This kind of relationship is called as your generalization. So generalization is possible between actors in use case diagram. This is there. Now see, this is a very good diagram, how it's showing the generalization and many more things. Some more components in use case relationship are include and extend. What is include? A good difference is there between include and extend. When you want to log in, automatically two operations will be carried out. Which are those two operations? First is username and second is password. So for login, username and password both are important. So those are included. So when this is there, that one use case we have to execute automatically, some previous use cases you have to do. As soon as they will be done, this your current use case will be completed. So this is include relationship. So by here also, now process order, validate login. So when login will be validated, when you will process the order. So this will be included. And what is the extend? See, when a particular use case is completed, automatically some more use cases will be executed. I repeat, when a particular use case will be executed, suppose that is X, then use case Y will automatically executes. This kind of relationship is shown as, or it is known as, your extend. I'll give a simple example. When you pay fees, automatically receipt will be generated. So pay fee is a one use case and generate receipt is another use case. So from the first use case, pay fees, dotted arrow is pointing to generate receipt. This is called as extend. Now the next point is, you can see here include dependency. This is shown already, we have seen. This is extend dependency, in which when this one is completed, the lower one automatically upper one is completed. This is generalization. Now see, after student grade and after student grade for a graduate course. So after student grade for a graduate course is specific and after student grade is general. So arrowhead is pointing from the lower one specific to the upper one general. This is called a generalization. Now see, benefits of use case diagram. Now this use case diagram is useful for capturing user visible functions. Now this use case diagram is used for finding out the actors who are dealing with the system functionality. Use case diagram is useful for finding out the relationship between use case documents and opportunities for reuse. Use case provide a basic planning and scheduling of incremental development, and use case can provide basic for system testing. Now see, here the goal of use case diagram is to describe the activities and variants used to reach the goal. Here use cases, association, generalization, actor, extend, include and boundary. These are some of the components which we are using. Now here we can see one diagram finally. Now in this diagram you can see this diagram is of what? Library management system. Here is actor, your librarian, and here is member, that may be a student, that may be a staff. Now see, first of all this member will make the inquiry, then librarian will check the registered members are not there. If there, he will issue the book, and issuing book it includes register member verification and verify membership, and check availability also. Book will be returned to the librarian by the member, and it will include the fine if late submission is there. Fine will be paid, and maintaining book database is final one. Now, how deeply you are thinking about a particular domain, based upon that your diagram may change. One may think very deeply and he may have step-by-step execution of this particular diagram in detail. So definitely when you improve your thinking ability, you can design the diagrams. So you can prepare the hospital reservation, railway reservation, hotel management system, college admission system. Likewise, domains you may take for the assignment, and you can design the use case diagram. Thank you very much.